Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 675 and today's topic is the contents and elements of good discussion in the thesis, means either PhD or master's dissertation. Actually, discussion is the heart of your thesis. Most of the students, PhD as well as master student, they don't understand this thing and they don't give much emphasis to discuss very well the thesis, results and findings and observations, their interpretation. Actually, your discussion is the summarization of your results and what result you are getting, your findings out of your experimentation. That your result and findings is interpretation of your result and finding is your discussion. So the result and discussion, they have very close link. Result means it is on the basis of experimentation, your experimental facts, and on your experimental facts, what is your observation? So your result is your experimental fact and observation, and your discussion is interpretation of your observation and experimental facts. So this is very important to understand that discussion is interpretation and result is the observation of your experimental finding. And here methodology is very important to be discussed very well. What methodology we are following, and that methodology should be in line with your aim and objectives. And you can only discuss methodology very well when you have very good literature review. That's why here in discussion part, in discussion section of your PhD thesis, good literature review, the references, latest, old and new, plays very important role. And if you don't have good literature review, you cannot discuss very well your methodology and your discussion. You cannot write very well. Discussion writing is not only just you write once. You have to write 2-3 times. Refresh it, read it, go through it. And your examiners, readers, first they like to read your discussion. They are very serious in reading your discussion, because your discussion will explain everything of your thesis. What is your result findings, what are observations, how you have summarized it, how you have compared with your present work, previous work. And once you are writing your discussion, means your work. And then what are the similarities of your work with other researchers and other findings. So if suppose it is having similarities, it is okay with the help of literature review. But if in case it is different, your finding, your observation, your methodology is different from the other researcher, so in that case you are not going to criticize the authors or that work. No, you can only compare. You can only disagree. But you should not criticize. If you are criticizing the other authors or other finding after comparing with your present work, your discussion is not impressive. It means you have limitations. And in your discussion, what are the good elements of your discussion? First, you have to discuss what are the limitations. what are the sources of getting your results, and what are your literature review, how effective they are. So if these things are coming together, how it is summarized, how it is, the interpretation is given, and lastly, your research finding, your result must open the door for incoming researchers. These things should be there, and these are the good elements to write the good discussion. So here I am giving point wise. The heading is contents and elements of good discussion in the thesis. If I say thesis means PhD thesis or master's dissertation, and also this one is applicable to undergraduate students of 400-500 level who are writing, I call them research report. So they are also going to discuss the same principle is applicable there. Number one, the heart of thesis is discussion. Your heart beating of thesis is your discussion, and it is most read part of your thesis, and that is discussion. Everybody like to read the discussion of your thesis. If I am getting any thesis, first I will go to discussion. Forget about literature and all those things. Of course, I will check the aim and objective and title because it should be in line. After that, I will read the discussion. Number two, discussion is the most critical portion of the thesis. Here, you have conducted your research, your analysis, research findings, and written your results. So all findings is all critical portion of the thesis. Number three, writing a good discussion. Writing a good discussion usually requires several attempts. It's not only one attempt. If you want to write very good discussion, you have to make several attempts. Sometimes you have to change several times. Sometimes it may be mismatch between your methodology, between your experimental findings, observation, and their interpretation. Here the problem comes where most of the students they are not good in we call it cooking. Discussion writing is just like cooking. How well it is cooked means how well it is written, how well interpretation is there of your observation and finding of experimentation. That is your result. How well result is discussed in the form of interpretation. So it should be several attempts, and it is time to take fresh look at your research work. Number four, in discussion section, you state your interpretation, opinions, explain the implication of your results, and make suggestion for future research. I have already told you. I mean, all observation, interpretation, and then your opinion, and you have to give your suggestion in your discussion for the future research, those who are interested in this. So what will be your suggestion on the basis of your experimental research and interpretation that you are going to suggest to incoming researchers? Number five, the result and discussion sections of your thesis are very closely related. That's why result and discussion are written together, but it is discussed separately. Result, I have already told you, result means your finding out of your experimentation, and on that finding, what is your observation? That is your result. Then discussion means whatever is your observation, whatever is your finding, you are going to interpret. Interpretation of your result is your discussion. And this interpretation should be linked to your methodology, and methodology should be in line with your aim and objectives. They are all interrelated. And if there is, we can say, diversion or changing the methodology which is mismatched, is not matching with your aim and objective, then your discussion is poor. There is something wrong. There should not be deviation of your methodology, your experimentation in line with your aim and objective. If there is a deviation, your discussion will give poor impression to examiner. So the result and discussion sections of your thesis are very closely related. But while the result section is purely experimental facts, I have already explained all. I have just given in writing so that students and PhD scholars can copy down. Facts and statement of your observation. So your result section is experimentation fact. On that experimentation fact, what finding, what observation you have, that is your result section. The discussion is the right place to state interpretation. It is the right place where discussion means it is interpretation of the result, of the observation, of the findings, and give critical reasoning and critical writing that stating the result. So here you have to give your critical reasoning of result, observation and findings. The elements of good discussion. What are the elements involved to write good discussion? So A is discuss limitations. You have to discuss what are the limitations you have in your experimentation, in your methodology. So limitation also you have to discuss. B, summarize your results. Very well your results should be summarized. And once you are writing your discussion, first paragraph of your discussion should be the good summary of your important result, which is significant, which is important. So that first paragraph means your result summary in a very nice way should be given. C is source of your results, experimental source or some other spectral source. So you have to give the source of your results, on which ground of your experiment, on experimentation, on spectral studies, that is the source of your results. D, provide the direction for future research. That I have already discussed that once you are writing discussion there, you have to provide the direction for newcomer to start their research. And E, place your results in context of published literature. So it should be in context of your published literature. Number 6, your discussion should start with a one paragraph of summary of research finding. I have already told you that once you are starting to write your discussion, it should start with one paragraph of the summary of your research finding and highlight the most significant research finding. So I am giving more emphasis on discussion, and the same thing what I have already told you, and in a very simple language I have given point wise so that PhD scholars can copy down, and that's why I have written here. So in continuation, number 7, emphasize on the aim and objectives and outcome of research work. So your emphasis should be on aim and objective of your research outcome, and do not repeat data and results. It is you have to be very careful and very important. There should not be repetition, because sometimes we commit mistake. Once we are in hurry, we will go on repeating the data, we will go on repeating the results. Number 8, it is always good to discuss the methodology. In your discussion part, your methodology should be discussed thoroughly. And if it is not discussed thoroughly with literature review, it means discussion is poor. A methodology of your research study, discuss in how your methodology is better suited to answer the research and aim and objectives. So you have to discuss that how your methodology is very much suitable, very much in line to your aim and objectives. Number 9, also discuss the various limitations of your research study. What are the various type of limitations? You have to discuss that one also. Sometimes we are not writing limitations. We have to give in our discussion that what were the limitations of your research study and how it could affect your conclusions. Number 10, it is important to compare with others' studies to support their validity. So you have to compare your research work with others for its validity. Is a comparison is with the help of literature review. Validity, for every result you want to discuss, you should find results from other publications. So whatever you are discussing, that results you have to compare from others' publication, research papers. So it is a comparison of present and previous research work and yours. It should be well compared publication that have bearing on your research work. Set up a dialogue between your results and those of previous research scholars. You have to show how your research are having similarities. So it is just like dialogue. You have to write discussion. That what are the similarities of your research, your result, and the previous one or even present one in the research publications. It's a type of dialogue of similarities. And if there is no similarity, if it differs, then you have to give the reason. Previous research finding. Number 11. If your result differ from others' findings, then you should try to explain why it is different. Also you have to explain how the new data have generated is positioned in context of what is already known. So if you are going to differ your result, your data, your analysis with other scholars, their work, then you have to give very clearly the reasons of your finding and why it is different, how it is different, what may be the reasons. So that you have to explain in a very clear way. For this you must check literature review. That's why I am saying, for this, if you are different, you have to check more literature review. If your literature review is good, means lot of recent and past ones, lot of literature review is there. Sometimes the student they only go for maybe 10, 15, 20 literature review references. No, it means it is not rich and it should be relevant, and at least there should be 50, 60. When it goes, it can go up to 100. What is there? It should be rich in research literature review. Number 12. It is your good literature review which will provide all necessary background. So your good literature review is going to provide you necessary background. Your background is strong. It has strength because of your good literature review. A comprehensive and updated review of literature is the key to good discussion. Very simple. Comprehensive and updated literature review is very, very important. Comprehensive and updated, and that will make your discussion good. And please note some these points. Number one, I mean, this is already I have given, but always keep in mind these things. Number one, do not compare outcomes not related to your aim and objectives. You should not compare your any finding, any outcome which is not in line with your objectives and aim is wrong. It is contradictory. So be careful that, I mean, you will not compare. So you should not compare the outcome which is not in line to your aim and objective. B, do not repeat data and results, which is very common in discussion. I have already mentioned there. Repetition of data is, I mean, it's very common. In most of the cases, they repeat data, they repeat results, avoid it. Once you are writing discussion, there should not be repetition. And whatever comparison you are giving, outcome, it should be in line to your aim and objectives. These are all very critical point, very important point for your discussion when you are writing. And then C, do not be critical of authors and other research work. So once you are comparing with others' research work result, please don't be critical to authors, don't criticize them, and don't criticize their work. You can only compare. You may agree or disagree, whether it is similar or not. That's all. And then you have to give your view, rather than directly criticizing the research work or the research authors. No, it's not allowed. It's wrong. It will give poor impression to your discussion. So, to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my experience, I have given the explanation point-wise how to write a very good discussion and what are the elements involved to write the good discussion. Please listen my lecture and also copy down these points, because it is very difficult to retain all these points. That's why it should be in writing. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.